missing. Little Kaylee now not seen for 17 long weeks. Last seen with her mother. So why didn't mommy call police? Headlines tonight. In the last hour, Tot mom Casey Anthony pleads not guilty to murder one. And a new and extremely detailed tip placing mom Casey leaving a heavily wooded area after Kaylee goes missing, shovel in hand. 5 miles from the Anthony home and near the Orlando airport. The witness says mom Casey in hat and shades carrying shovel and bag along with an unidentified male accomplice. Is the tip credible? This would be the second eyewitness placing mom Casey near the airport after Kaylee goes missing. And tonight, after suddenly pulling out of Orlando with no cooperation from the Anthony family, Texas EquuSearch heads back to Florida to pick up the search for Kaylee. The defense mouthpiece who slips up and announces 3-year-old Kaylee is dead now says it's all the media's fault. Tonight, where is Kaylee?
Breaking news in the case of missing Florida toddler Kaylee Anthony. Tot mom Casey Anthony has pled not guilty to a first-degree murder charge related to the disappearance of her 3-year-old daughter Kaylee. If convicted of murder, Anthony could face the death penalty, and at the very least is looking at life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Strands of hair, a questionable stain, and a foul odor. The evidence in this car played a large part in Casey Anthony's indictment for first-degree murder. It automatically qualifies for the death penalty, but it is unlikely prosecutors have enough evidence to seek death row for Kaylee's alleged murder. Criminal defense attorney Diana Tennis has represented about 15 defendants facing the death penalty. She says death penalty cases take into account the suffering of the victim, and the murder has to have certain aggravators, like being heinous, atrocious, and cruel. But while prosecutors say Kaylee is dead, there's no way to prove she suffered without her body.
Remember we had those two people that we were talking about, the person who had an accident or made an accident or made a bad decision, and a person who's just a cold-blooded, callous monster? That's telling me that you are the second person, this cold-blooded, callous monster who doesn't care and doesn't want to help because she's afraid that something so heinous happened that everyone's going to look at her and say, she's a monster, she deserves to go away, she deserves to never see the light of day, this bad thing should happen to her.
In addition to the capital murder charge, Anthony faces charges of aggravated manslaughter, aggravated child abuse, as well as lying to investigators. Anthony still maintains the child was kidnapped by alleged babysitter Zenaida Gonzalez, while investigators and prosecutors believe that she is responsible for the child's death.
And tonight,